Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about the palettes I used the most in 2023. So if you want to see which of my palettes I used the most and which ones I used quite a few times and can tell you if I like them or not, then just keep on watching. Technically this should have been like a 10 thing. Sadly for me, I used 12 palettes and I think I used 6 palettes the same amount of times. So technically this is a kind of a thing where we do have 12 palettes, but we ignore that and say we have 10 palettes I've used the most in 2023. So let's start. The last 6 palette, I feel like, yes, the last 6 palettes I used all 7 times, which, if you remember, I had a collection before I decluttered. The declutter will be linked down below, from around almost 100 palettes, which, I mean, that's a few. Let's say it like this. This is a few. So 7 times and even more, again, we will do that from the back, is, I feel like, quite amazing. So let's start with the, again, 6 palettes that are 7 times. These are in no particular order. Again, I used all of these palettes 7 times. So we will start with the Glaminatrix Sugar and Spice palette. I feel like this is one of those palettes where you do definitely have a great base. To be honest, I do enjoy to use this with different matte colors and then just like use the special shades which are in these palettes to like complement this. These matte shades are like, these two are quite similar. I wish that this one would be lighter, and then these two matte browns are a little bit more cool toned. And to be honest, I am not the person that loves cool tones, but in general I do love the palette and I do like to use it, again, especially the special shades. I also used 7 times, which to be honest, I'm not like, I mean, I understand, is the Look for Rainbows palettes. That is one of my favorite purchases from last year. I feel like I did purchase this one quite late, so that's probably the reason why it's just 7 times. And I mean, you can definitely tell that I like these colors. These colors go with everything. If you have like this kind of a look, if you have more of a neutral look, I do love to add this one for a neutral look, or even other colors as well. There are 2 multichromes as well inside these 2 here. By the way, I'm sorry for the nails. Just ignore that. And yeah, I absolutely love these. I love the gloss coats quality. I do have 2 palettes I should use, but I did not. So we'll just skip on that, if you will. Let me say. We also have, again, 7 times usage is the Uden's Eye Stone and Rock palette. This is an amazing staple if you love greens. This can be used in a neutral way. We do have some browns, more yellowish browns, which I do love, to be honest. And great greens. We do have 1 multichrome, which is this one. We do have an amazing white and an amazing black, which, to be honest, are the ones I love to use in the inner corner or in the outer corner, depending, and I absolutely love this. There are also some really cool and pretty shades in here to be, again, great for neutral looks like this one or even this one. I mean, listen, I am a green tone lover. Green is, at the moment, my favorite eye combination, or I love that on my eyes, so definitely love this one as well. And again, 7 times used as well is the Blend Barney's Lure palette. I feel like this one, again, not the biggest or most adverse in the like cool tone area, but I absolutely love the concept of Blend Bunnies to give you like a deep shade, a medium shade, a light shade, and then some shimmers. And this one, absolutely gorgeous. And this row definitely surprised me the most, because I felt like this is quite cool tone, but in general it's a little bit more of a mauvey tone, which is kind of cool. Listen, I love to use these colors, especially the pastels. I love pastels, so this is definitely a great choice. Again, quality-wise, except the deep blue, which gave me a little bit of trouble. All the other shades were amazing. And then one I definitely think, I mean, it's super damn pretty. Let's keep that real. Again, another palette where you can go into a more neutral route or even colorful route. And I love, again, pastels, but you can also deepen it up. That we do have like a purpley dark shade. We do have also like these two shades are also quite dark. I'm trying to, like, this is more of the color story, to be honest. Like, I do enjoy these Beauty Bay like formulas and Beauty Bay colors, because we do have a great selection of neutrals as well as colors. And I feel like if you're a beginner or you want to like tip your toes into color, I feel like that palette or any other of the Beauty Bay palette, to be honest, is a great like starting point. If you love one of the color stories, go for it. They're really cheap. They are great quality. I definitely love these. And again, we do have here some duochromes as well, so definitely not mad about it. And the last one I used 7 times, and this is a quad, and I feel like maybe that is surprising to some of you, but I have to say I used the Kaleidos Cold Brew like quad so many times, and I have to say it is because I do use this on my friends and family for some special occasion makeup. I use this, I feel like, several times on weddings and several times on like brides, and I feel like that is just such a beautiful and stunning quad. I absolutely love the shimmer, like the neutral browns, such a pretty like color story, and again, it's easy to use, and I absolutely love the quality of Kaleidos. We don't talk about that enough because it's really, really amazing. To be honest, I was surprised to see this. I used this 8 times, and this is the Trick or Treat palette by Uden's Eye. This is in collaboration with Angelica Nyquist. And I feel like this is such an underrated story, and I feel like especially it was like, I feel like a good story for the holidays. We had like greens and reds, but I absolutely love this combination of quad, like the mauvey tones with the tealy green. And then we do have, again, beautiful green tones. I love to use this in conjunction with the other palette. I think it's a little White Ghost or something like this. Again, I'm trying to link all the palettes down below. Like, I do also love the combination of yellow and red. I feel like that is also super damn pretty. So I'm super, super excited. Again, I love the quality of these. Uden's Eye so far did not disappoint me in any shape, way, or form. So I'm super, super excited that this is like used so much. And it also talks that I do love Uden's Eye, just saying. One palette I used 9 times, so one more is also one of my favorite travel palettes, to be honest, and that is the Shimmer Saga by LH Cosmetics. That's a brand by Linda Hallberg, which is a Swedish brand if I'm not mistaken. And we do have like 4 beautiful duochromes, duochromes shades. And to be honest, I love to bring this together with the LH Cosmetics Infinity palette because it's easy for me. It is an all-in-one palette, so I can just travel with that and then use these together with the palette to create beautiful and stunning looks. I feel like this shade is definitely light enough to go in my inner corner. Is it like the best inner corner highlight shade? No. But in general, I do love that we do have different colors to choose. So if I am wanting to go more into like a pinky shade, then I will go this, or a blue, which again, it's not that obnoxious. It's not like, oh my God, she's like doing a multi-chrome on the lid. You know what I mean? So it's really nice. Again, I use this when I travel, and normally I travel for work. So this is, in my opinion, a great work travel palette. She did release another, like not the metals one where we have like the gold, the silver and all the things. She did release another palette of these, which I'm super excited to see if I buy it at some point when it is on sale, because again, love this so much. I definitely would buy the other one as well. I also have 2 palettes that I used 10 times, which again, I feel like that is nice. We do have, by the way, like a jump from the second most used to the most used, and you will definitely find out why. A palette I used 10 times, again, there were 2, is the Jewels and Gems palette. Listen, I would have used that even more if that was not on vacation by my friend. Both of the palettes, by the way, by Uden's Eye, the Jewels and Gems and the Stone and Rock, both of went to vacation to my friend, and that's why I couldn't use them more often, because listen, I absolutely love this. I don't know what it is. And I told you I'm not into these like cool tones, not so much. But to be honest, this has an amazing variety. We can go into the mauves, we have blues, we have like this olive green, we do have a more warm tone brown. Like I absolutely love the shimmers, like this one. Oh, this is like, wow, I absolutely love this. And we do have also like a quite light shade. This one is really light. It's also the multi-chrome, so I'm feeling like I can use like the deepest shade and the lightest shade. And then we do have a bunch of midtones. Again, absolutely love this palette. Highly recommend this. If you never tried Uden's Eye, I would highly recommend this just because of the variety. And first of all, the quality is amazing, as I said. And you saw 3 palettes by Uden's Eye in this like collection, so that's a thing. And then the other palette I used 10 times is indeed the Blend Bunny Search palette. Listen, I have to say I was surprised, but to be honest, I do love this palette. It's so damn pretty. And yes, as you may saw my review of this, I definitely said that these like matte pastel shades should be used with an eye primer, and I mean a glitter glue, and if you want to have the pastel, but they are amazing to blend out. So that is something I absolutely love. And we again have the pastel shades, mid and deep tones, we have shimmers, and then again this one has also like neon shades as well. I do love this. I feel like this is also like pimping up any of your looks. You can go into the neo direction, which I loved to do, like a cut crease and then a neon shade on top. Again, glitter glue, guys, glitter glue. These are mattes. I would never normally use like a glitter glue with mattes. In this case though, they should, or you should. But other than this, I love the color combination. I feel like these are really wearable shades when you like skip the neon shades, you know what I mean? But these are like really nice shades you can use every single day. And I would, if I could and had the time, just saying. And then we do have a palette and a brand that I used 12 times, which again, amazing, great, love that. And that is the Cosmic Brushes or Cosmic Beauty Muse palette. I purchased this one this year and I was like, okay, listen, the color story is so pretty, I have to have it. And listen, I absolutely love it. This is also like one of those palettes I love to use on a daily to work, and I do have to say it's just stunning. I love that you have deep shades, you have really light shades. This minty color, amazing in the inner corner. If you just want to have a pop, because you're like, listen, I just want to tip my toes, I feel like this palette is amazing for that. Again, this one in the inner corners, stunning. I have to say, we do have like a pastel purple and a pastel rose color. I feel like there is like a little bit missing. I wish that there would be maybe a mid shade or deep shade in that color selection, not just a shimmer. But other than this, I do think this is a beautiful and stunning palette. Again, you have great color combinations in here. And I would highly recommend, if you never tried Cosmic Beauty, do it. It's amazing. I bought 4 palettes or 5 palettes this year by Cosmic Beauty. I still love them. So that's a great thing. And the palette I use the most, which I think will come as no surprise. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. But this is untypically for me and my channel. But you have to keep in mind I do have a private life where I do go to work every single day, and that could be influencing the choice, because I used this palette, and this is the Huda Beauty Empowered palette, 21 times, guys. 21. That is 9 times more than the Cosmic Beauty Muse palette. And I feel like this is an amazing staple. It is an amazing, like, in-between palette, if you will. I just love that. I absolutely love this. Do I use the shimmers often? No, I use the matte shades. I do love this cool tone side for my base, because I don't know. Listen, I'm talking about that I don't like the cool tones, but then I don't know. Listen, but I also love the warm tones on this side. If you saw my review, trying to link everything, guys, down below, then you saw that that definitely is not the perfect palette. I wish that there would be like a matte white here, because these shades, to be honest, are quite similar. you know, I wish she would just had popped in one of those white shades or even a black, because these two deep shades are both creams. This one though is a really pretty like dark shade. It's working amazingly, don't get me wrong, but or even a really light shimmer, because that's missing as well. You know, I feel like there could be some like switches, if you will, or switched out, but in general, again, I use this as a base to then add maybe the Shimmer Saga, or maybe multichromes, or maybe other like beautiful shimmers on my top lid, like in the Rainbow palette, for example. Again, that's the base I'm normally using, so I don't think that maybe you expected that, because again, it's a neutral palette, but again, it's one of those palettes I absolutely love. So again, highly recommend this one. I really hope you enjoyed this video about all the palettes I absolutely love, and I hope there are some palettes for you as well in my selection. What palette did you use the most, or what do you feel like you used the most? Which palettes I should definitely like try in the future? I really want to hear about it, and I hope you comment it down below. And if you aren't already, please subscribe to this channel. I upload 3 times a week, and I think in January 4 times a week. So if you want to see the newest things and colorful and fun makeup looks, then just subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate you being in my small little YouTube family. And without further ado, I wish you a beautiful week, and we see us in my next video. So bye guys.